Hey everyone, I guess I'm here again playing Thopter Stax. This is round 2 for me of the MTGSalvation Legacy event. Played round 1 against Death and Taxes. Forgot to record that one. Alright, I won the die roll. I'm going to be on the play. Let's see, opener, 2 Vault of Whispers, 2 City of Traders, Trinisphere, Smokestack, Tezzeret. I think I'm going to try to keep this one. Usually a little bit rough. What I try to say is, if you can't do anything good on turn 1, hope for something amazing on turn 2. Alright, we're both keeping our opening 7. I'm just going to open up Vault of Whispers, and I'm going to pass the turn. Also, if you hear barking or anything fighting, we got 2 young chihuahuas in the area. So they might be a little noisy. Alright, he's going to cast a Thoughtseize. My bet is on him taking the Trinisphere. No surprises there. Alright. So I'm wondering if he's playing Team Italia. Shit. Control Shift D. Wow, that's only slightly embarrassing there. Alright. Regardless of that, we're going to be dropping this Academy Ruins and passing the turn to him. Him nabbing that Trinisphere slowed me down quite a bit. Or I suppose stopped me from slowing him down, rather. Playing the Badlands. Or playing a Bayou and another Thoughtseize. So I'm starting to wonder if it's Aggro Loan. It's taking the Smokestack. And that's it. Play Vault again. Drop Sword of the Meek. Giving up a little bit more than I'd like to right now. Alright, a basic Swamp. And he's going to cast him. Wonderful. Alright, let's... Oops. Alright. Yeah, this him thing is not particularly pleasant. Alright, and I've got a blue source, so I can at least stop myself from getting completely nerfed. Start pulling stuff back with the Academy ruins. I'll target the smokestack. Takes my turn. Wonder what I drew. Hey look, it's a smokestack. I'm honestly still entirely unsure what he's playing. Plays a Jit. Moves to the end phase. Let's we're gonna sacrifice nothing, put a counter on the smokestack, and then we're gonna put the Trinisphere on top of the library. Let's draw that, play it down, and hopefully we'll be able to slow them down enough now. Trinisphere plus smokestack, when dropped early enough, it's easily going to lock your opponent out of the game. It's a little bit later, he's got a few more mana sources now. Alright, he blew up his Verdant Catacombs to the smokestack, played another one, grabbed another Bayou. Tapping 3 Bayous, playing the Dark Confidant, and suiting him up. I'll admit that's a little troubling. We're going to lose the Sword of the Meek to the smokestack, and we'll keep it there at 1. Get a nice lucky draw of Tezzeret off the top. And we'll use this +1. And off of that, nice Thopter Foundry. And we'll pass the turn. Now right now, if I can pull off the Thopter Foundry plus Sword of the Meek combo, I can start ramping up the smokestack and just not caring. Hopefully that'll be enough to slow him down. It's going to him away my Thopter Foundry. Alright, we got Confidant attacking Tezzeret. Tezzeret's going to be taking 2. Leave him with 2 loyalty. Let's sacrifice Vault of Whispers to the smokestack. And the luckiest top deck that I've had in quite some time. Ripping it off the top. We'll let Tezzeret go +1 again. Not the most ideal top with the Tezzeret, but this should help I should be able to ramp a little bit more safely now. Let's end the turn. Ooh. Sacking the Bloodstained Mire to the smokestack. Dreadbore is killing off Tezzeret. Gotta say, I'm happy that that Dreadbore is seeing some play in Legacy. It's actually one of the cards I was most excited for out of Return to Ravnica. Let's see. I'm just going to take this, I think. No, we got to try this. We're going to sacrifice the Vault of Whispers to the Thopter Foundry. Going to gain 1 life, make a dude. And then Sword of the Meek is going to trigger. Let's see, he's got a response. Alright, so we've got a token in play. This is pretty relevant here. He's asking what happens if he kills off the token before the sword comes into play. And what's going to happen is the creature is going to be dead. He's going to remove a counter from the JIT to kill off my token. Now my sword's going to come back into play, equipped to nothing. Still have 1 mana floating. We're going to do the same thing again. Sacrifice the Sword of the Meek. Gains 1 life, makes a dude. And I'm assuming he's going to do the same thing again. Remove the counter off the JIT to kill off the token. Well, let's see what happens here. Alright, he's going to do the same thing again. Kills it off. I say no worries. I've got no blocks then. So I'm going to take 2 from his Confidant. Oops. You'll have 2 counters on the Jit again. Alright, once again I'm going to sacrifice. Alright, when it comes to this, I'm going to keep 1 mana floating. Make a dude. Now we're going to keep the sacrifice trigger underneath. No, I'm sorry, above the. Yeah, we're going to make sure we sacrifice before we put the counter on the smokestack. Alright, and he conceded there. Typically what happens with these is when somebody sees that I've got that lockout, when I can ramp up the smokestack without caring, they have a tendency to concede there. Alright, now for this one, I honestly don't know how I should sideboard. I mean, what I really saw was Dark Confidant. I mean, it just looks like Jund good stuff. I think I'm actually going to swing it and try to see what happens as is. And if it comes down to game 3, then so be it. This is what happens when I compulsively Alt-Tab. Alright. So I take it he's going to be on the play. Not the most perfect hand, but I'll certainly try it out. I mean, Thopter Foundry is sort of the make and Chalice of the Void. No real acceleration, but that's still dropping threats on turn 2. It's worth trying out. Plays a Catacombs. Breaks it. I'm betting on a Thoughtseize. Grabs the Badlands. Deathrite Shaman. Gotta say, I'm happy to see that guy seeing play in Legacy as well. Not sure how much of an actual impact he'll have, but you know, it's certainly a fun card. Once again, I'm just going to open up Seat Go. And really not a stellar opening. And you can tell that the puppies are a little riled up right now. My bet is that he's going to be grabbing that Thopter Foundry. No surprises there. Pulling the Verdant Catacombs out to play Dark Confidant. This certainly seems to be an interesting deck. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it all. Let's just drop a Chalice of the Void at 1 and pass it along. Unfortunately, the pups are being a little bit more vocal than I'd like. Alright. Catacombs breaks. Hits me for 3. 3 it is. Alright, there comes the hymn. Let's reveal random. Alright, there's the seat. And reveals the Trinisphere. I would have been much happier if it were the Crucible, but just play that Crucible and pass it along. Now my concern right now is how much graveyard hate he brought in. And like, my concern right now would be like surgical extraction or extirpate. Or would be, rather, if I didn't have the chalice. Alright. Gets rid of my seat. It's going to Thoughtseize me. I'm going to chuckle a little bit. Chalice of the Void's going to counter that. Alright. Omit Deathrite Shaman hurts Crucible a little bit. Like, Crucible Wasteland becomes a little bit worse just because I can't as effectively lock him out. Let's just drop the sword and pass it along. Right now I'm hoping that I'll be able to get something like an Intuition or even another Thopter Foundry would be great. Intuition would be passable. One of the nice things about Intuition with this type of situation is I can always Intuition for something like Wasteland, Academy Ruins, and anything else really. Crucible of Worlds makes Intuition a little bit more interesting. Second main. Here comes the Tarmogoyf. Oh, Tarmogoyf number 2. Dropping that Trinisphere seems like a better and better idea, well, in hindsight. 2 Goyfs, that's not pleasant. Need to see something good right now. Not what I needed. He's going to be bashing for 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not going to be able to recover from that, but might as well pass it along and see what happens. And a turn. That's right. Hits me for 2. And go 6, 7, 8. We hit 10 next turn, which is, it might as well be lethal. It's always interesting to see how people react when they make those misplays. It's probably a good idea that I omit the text. There's occasionally a bit of swearing, and I'm trying to keep things a little tame. Alright, it's still going to be 6, 8. Gets me down to 3. Now the end phase. I'm pretty sure I've got nothing here. Yeah, Wasteland is not going to be not going to be enough right now. Yeah. Moving on to game 3. Now, knowing what I know, I don't think Cursed Totem is worth it. I've only seen Deathrite Shaman as creatures with activated abilities. Tormod's Crypt, no. Rushing River. But no, I've really got that for the Omni Show matchup. So yeah, it doesn't seem tremendously helpful there. Sphere of Resistance, I might be able to warrant bringing in. Alright, game 3. Let's see how it goes. I'll be on the play, of course. Let's see, Smokestack, 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 Mox Diamond, Crucible, Jace, Ancient Tomb. That's a mulligan. Ick. Hate to do it, but I'm going to mulligan once again. We'll try this out. I mean, it's bad, but we gotta do what we can, right? Just open up Vault of Whispers and pass it along. Gonna hope that I can pull a blue source and drop Thopter Foundry. Catacombs breaks. Bayou. Bayou's going to turn into a Deathrite Shaman. Seems fair. Not what I needed right now. Sorry, Sphere. I'm just a little concerned that there's going to be a turn to him that's just going to wreck me. Let's see what he's got. Here's the Bayou. Dark Confidant. And Deathrite Shaman's going to slap me for 1. Well, let's see what I've got now. Can still hope for that blue source. And not another Chalice of the Void. Ouch. This seems awfully familiar. This happened to me against Merfolk in Star City Games Minneapolis. It's times like this where I sort of miss playing, brainstorm, ponder, that kind of stuff. But I also get a sick kick out of out of playing Chalice under normal circumstances. See, Badlands, Bayou, him to Tarok. Yeah. It's the Sphere of Resistance and the Thopter Foundry. Crap. Confidant slaps me for 2. Bonus Prowler. Not exactly what I expected to see, I'm not gonna lie. Jace the Mind Sculptor. I'm pretty sure I just lost this game. Ugh. Yeah, when he's got 2 cards a turn, and I'm a little bit light on lands right now. Let's see what he's got. I'm going to pitch my Chalice to the Una's Prowler. Only take 3. Luckily, I can feed all my junk to the Prowler. Another Dark Confidant. And another Shaman. And that's not a land. For a deck that runs 30 mana sources, it's always a little disappointing when this happens. Actually, I think what's more shocking, I believe I only saw 4 mana sources total out of my 7, my 6, and this 5. Now I can always sit back and hope that the Confidants will kill him. Yep, my turns are so short that it's actually causing confusion on his end. Let's see, reveals Abrupt Decay and Badlands. I'm going to pitch this the Crucible to the Prowler. It'll be taking 6. I'm pretty sure he's got me next turn. Deathrite Shaman eats his him. I'll be at 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can potentially stall for 1 more turn. Yuck. No lands. Unfortunately, this kind of stuff happens. There's not much you can do about it. If this were paper, I'd blame it on poor shuffling, or maybe really good cutting on their end. Yeah, but he's got me here. I'm going to pitch those both and hope that he doesn't have an instant to, or doesn't see that he has an instant. Yep, there goes the Thoughtseize. Oh, that's a cute interaction. Yep, 2 Deathrite Shaman activations, and that's game. Certainly not what I was hoping for when I came in here, but you know, what can you do?